Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. Tress Way on fourth down is sent out to punt. DeAndre Carter back deep. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. This defense for the Commanders, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And they'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And his throw is incomplete. Gerald Everett is tied in, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. On first down, it's Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Gerald Everett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Oh, Howe loses it. And picked up by the Chargers. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect to it for another nice game for a first down. This offense is moving the ball.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. And some room to work. There he goes left side. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, yeah, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Powell. They'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Powell trying to pick it up on 3rd. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Curtis Samuel, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders have taken the lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. From the 41, Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
To the air again, Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This will be taken at the 10. A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be Washington football now, ready to roll. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. A gain there of 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll go play action. Howell. And he's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's got room past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Well, they matched their opponent's pick six from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And, Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he is going to lose yardage here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards the pickup there.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
To throw again on 2nd down. Howell. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Howell. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And the ball is knocked out and picked up by the Chargers. There he goes, right side. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 21-14. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your play.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up first and goal. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? A shotgun snap, and again to Edwards-Helaire. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
28, Commanders 14.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Slot man moves right. Looking to throw again on second down. Powell. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Throw left side, complete to Ross. Touchdown, Chargers. John Ross, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They find some open field here. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Out of the gun, Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's the option play now to the left. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw a defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
At the 49-yard line.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on 2nd down. Powell. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never like it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that.
And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Now Howell.
And my goodness, another interception. He's at the 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Charger TD.
And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick-6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
Curtis Samuel on the return. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
Now throwing on 1st down here.
Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Howell looking to throw again.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Turner. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
This one left side caught by Gibson. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Howell throwing for it.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
42, Commanders 22.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Oh, and this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Herbert off of play action. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Herbert throwing again. And that is incomplete.
Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Powell. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Powell throwing on 3rd down here. And that is incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there, they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. On the return, Carter. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 18 more yards there and another 1st down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Herbert has it knocked free. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. He's got Turner.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
And the Commanders' first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. Out left to Dotson.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Howell. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3.
It's Howell with another throw.
Flushed out right. Completes it to Samuel. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Faking the handoff. Howell. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
On 1st down, Howell.
He'll buy some time right.
This pass into the hands of Turner.
Touchdown!
Cole Turner.
From 10 yards out.
And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Slide for the PAT.
And that will cut this lead down to 13. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got the two-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the fourth, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Here's Herbert. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They go play action with Howell. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Powell to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Howell. Turner's got it on the crossing route. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Here's Howell. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Powell, 3rd and goal. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They'll try and throw for it.
And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And checking the timeouts. They do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Get this only up to about the 35.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the
game. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Herbert now to throw. Steps away. And Allen's got it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Herbert. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
Now Joey Slye for the point after.
And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Herbert. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Washington,
they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.